So the reason why we chose this nomadic lifestyle is because you can't enjoy real freedom. Living in the city is the reason why we can't enjoy our freedom. We're enslaved to paying like mortgages and bills and all kind of, buying things to impress other people that we don't even like. After COVID hit, we're like, you know what, I'm sick of the city. I can't live here anymore. And that's why we bought a school bus, and that was our way out. I walked into this antique shop, kind of looks like this. As soon as I walk in, I got blinded by this light that was shining, and I was curious to know what it was. Believe it or not, it was a freaking school bus. This was the one that was shining in my face when I walked in the store. And then I was like, oh my God. Took a picture and sent it to Jen, and I was like, we're getting a school bus.
After we decided to build the school bus, he was kind of like, well, I need to keep moving on. What are we going to do? And we were living together in Boston in an apartment. We decided to jump in the school bus and just start traveling.
So this is our bus. It's a 2005 International with a DT466 engine and an Allison transmission. Did a 19-inch roof raise. It's got 4 solar panels, 400 watts each. And I painted it gray. It's all painted by Rattlecan. The grille, I painted it a little different. It's like tan and gunmetal gray and then regular gray. So the bumper on this matches, and the rear bumper also. And then I did this design on the side, which is kind of worn out by now, but it's solar, so it's like energy, frequency, vibration. Down here in the bottom, the storage was already there, so we didn't have to do much to it. So it goes all the way through to that side. Here in the back, I installed we were in Pennsylvania. I bought this Blue Ox towing system for the Jeep, and then here's where all the fun stuff happened. Bunch of wires. I cut all these wires that I didn't need all the way to the back.
Hey, come on in. This is our home on wheels, Sage. I actually just started driving the bus in the spring, so we both drive. Our front dash, when we're stationary, we have some of our art on there and just other knickknacks that we've grabbed from places.
The first piece of furniture that I built was this here, and this is where all the heater and the dash and I think the VIN number plate was on there, and I got rid of it accidentally. Believe it or not, this was gonna be a chair, like a passenger seat. When I turned it on the side to put it together, I was like, oh, this will be a great table for the corner here. So I turned it into a shoe cubby hole and like storage, and I can do so I turned it into that.
We tried to reuse and repurpose a lot of the things that we had in our apartment, the smaller furniture items. This is one of my favorite pieces. It was a cabinet that I had, or a shelf and drawers from my grandfather's house. My grandfather was our biggest supporter in building the bus, and he actually was about to pass away right before we hit the road. He held on. That was the first trip that we made in the bus, was to Pennsylvania.
So it's almost like out there is like a channel, and then when you get tired of seeing the same thing, you just turn the key on and drive away. So that turning the key is like turning the channel. And then when you wake up in the morning, boom, there's a new broadcast. And it's always different outside. It's not just a school bus, it's a community. We all have something that we need from each other. We have friendship, love, food. So right now we're making this video, and somebody knocked on the window asking if we want pancakes. So that's what kind of community this is. You won't get that in the city, that's for sure. This I found on the side of the road, and I really got it because it had a bottle opener. And then that bottle opener, I used it here to brace this piece of wood and that one. I just put it in the center, and I put 2 screws to brace them together. And it's also a bottle opener.
We had a little bit of a space for our couch. I actually saw online, it's called the Nugget. It's actually a kid's play foam. It has these 2 pillows that go with it. You can make forts out of and stuff like that, but it was the perfect length for us.
My proudest piece is this part here, which we call the roof gate. Just open it up and bam, you can go up there. And we got a ladder that we put up here, telescopic ladder. climb up, get on the roof, and you can just like stargaze or, watch the sunset really nice. And this is our solar bank. It's a 2,000 watt inverter. Everything's Vectron. So I do wood sculptures, and this is one of the pieces that I have here. I did this in Massachusetts. It's made out of maple. That's a pretty good price right there. That's gallery price. This is one of my proudest. It's a snowy owl made out of arbor vitae wood. It's really beautiful. It's got like 8 coats of clear and sanding in between. It's like $450 if you're interested. I'll cut you a deal if you call today. There's like a Batman owl. This is one of the first pieces that I fell in love with, and I really don't want to sell it. I have it overpriced so nobody buys it. And when somebody does buy, I'll raise it. Like, no, sorry, you can't have it.
We're both artists, and so we wanted our home to have that unique feature as far as feeling like we were in a comfortable spot, and also filling it with the things that we loved and that inspire us. We also had a goal of traveling and getting to know different people and festivals where we could sell our art as well. So we decided to live in a school bus to fulfill those dreams, and also just to explore nature in different places. It's one of the things we've always enjoyed doing together, is exploring and hiking and getting out into the open and just seeing places that inspire us that we've never been to. And that is why we live in a school bus. This was a piece actually that he was supposed to sell, and then he didn't because he spelled his name wrong. We actually, like I said, repurposed a bunch of items from our apartment. This was an old radiator cover that we had built into the apartment itself. So we took it out with us when we left, and Will drew this amazing piece of artwork on it as well. And then we do have a TV. We have our soundbar system that a friend gave us. So we kept our emergency exit on the side door. This is obviously space for Will's instruments, but every once in a while we're able to clear that out. And I've enjoyed breakfast on a little, just sitting out there, open view, especially in the desert.
If you are also building a mobile dwelling and in need of off-grid electrical components like solar panels, lithium batteries, or inverters, I've been researching this for more than 5 years now, and the absolute best prices, for now, are at signaturesolar.com. They even sell solar panels in pallets of 10 for only 27 cents a watt, and I've never seen anything that affordable ever on the market before. Now, if you check out, use my code JUICEBOX and you'll get an additional $50 off. Back to the show.
We raised the entire kitchen up about 7 inches. Both of these doors are made of pallet wood. It's where we store, this one is essential oils, all of our toiletries and cleaning supplies.
This is a butcher block that I bought at Home Depot. Super expensive. So we wanted 2 of them. So I built this other one. This one I built with Timberlock screws. So the storage is down below here. And then we just pull the stuff out like that. Bam. Bam, there's plenty of storage. And it just keeps going. This is where I keep all my art stuff, some of my art stuff here.
This bin in the sink, it's where we definitely let our dishes dry. And this is an IKEA sink, which we absolutely love. Here we have our upper cabinets, which is also why we did the roof raise. We felt like we wanted to feel like we were actually in a space where we weren't like cramped or having to duck down to look in the windows. So we have all these upper cabinets. It's another item that we actually reuse. This is all the ceiling panels from our bus. Actually, if you look on this one, I don't know if you can find it, but he used a grinder to make like swirly lines and all of these, but this one actually says Explore on it, and if you catch the right light. So we saw this on Instagram, of course, where you get a lot of ideas. We loved it, so we actually bolted these down from above and put little lock nut on there so they don't move. Our refrigerator is perfect size. It's apartment size. It fits pretty much everything we need. We definitely wanted something magnetic because, again, we like to put art and pictures of family and everything up there as well. This stovetop, induction stovetop, and also we have a griddle outside, which we love, absolutely love it. We got that last summer, so most of our cooking is done there.
These walls are made out of from a picket fence, and I love how they look. The total cost, including the cost of the bus, which is $5,000 because it only had 90,000 miles. $10,000 solar system and wiring and everything, tools. Everything all said and done was under $26,000. I would say like $25,000. And I did all the labor, the roof raise, metal work, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, everything. And then moving on to our bathroom. So here I wanted to build the bathrooms on specifically where these windows are, because they're the emergency exit. And it's nice to get like the moisture out. Instead of putting a fan, I just built the shower right in there.
It's a 33-inch drain pan. We chose that size just because you don't have to feel like you're in college where you're like seriously cramped up in there trying to shave your legs and stuff. And then on the other side, we have our toilet. We have little bins for all of our things, nail clippers and whatnot. This used to hold some of my art stuff, but it got repurposed. Here's one of my pictures. Toss your butts here. This was our old shower stall curtain. I've always liked to travel. I took a road trip maybe 10 years ago by myself across the states and back. Tent camping, and I loved it. It was probably the most peaceful time of my life. And so when he was kind of like, I need to move out of Boston, I was like, okay, let's go. Let's explore, let's live life on the road. Back into the bedroom. That's actually a school chair in a school bus, so we felt that was appropriate. It's actually the perfect step up onto our bed.
So on both sides is Jen's closet. It goes from the top all the way down to the bottom, even lower than the floor of the kitchen. And then up here we have upper cabinet storage.
We have more storage above where we keep mostly just blankets and some extra clothes that don't fit in the closet. We recently got this fan. It's one of those Geek Air fans. It's amazing. It's like rechargeable, so it lasts forever. Emergency door back here as well. My dream actually is for when we're at the ocean someday. Will is gonna purchase one of those like inflatable slides for me. That's gonna be his gift. And I'm just gonna slide right out onto the sand in the morning. He can just push me out of bed, I don't care.
I also died in a motorcycle accident when I was a stunt rider. I was brought back to life and shit. I was out of my body and shit. I was looking down at myself and I was like, what the hell was going on? Then I heard, not through a voice, but through like some kind of communication in my mind that said, if I turn around, I'm not gonna go back to my body. And I was like, oh crap, I don't want, okay, so I'm not gonna turn around. I was watching myself. And then I woke up inside of a MRI machine wondering what the hell just happened. When I was in this state of out of consciousness, well, outside of my body, I felt connected to everything. So what I learned from this near-death experience is that we're not who we think we are. We're not just humans. That's far from the truth. We're a spiritual being having a human experience. And I know this firsthand because I've experienced it myself. Live life to the fullest, because tomorrow's never promised. And my biggest regret is wishing I would have found about this sooner in life. And it would have been done a long time ago. If you're interested in my artwork and stuff, and come check us out down here. But please don't buy my owl. Just don't. That's my favorite owl, please. Thank you so much. Peace and love.